All right, check this, right? Real quick disclaimer before we start this video so I know if this video is for you. If you're the type of female that break up with your boyfriend and you immediately get on Facebook and you change your relationship status to widow, this video is probably not for you. Like, damn, I understand, like, you probably hate that man, you probably upset with him and stuff like that too, but you just gonna broadcast to the world that that man is dead? Like, what do you mean widow? Like, just put that you single. Like, he ain't dead. He actually in your message request because he created a new Facebook page trying to send you a, hey, big head message. Like, if you put widowed as your relationship status and your ex ain't dead, this video is definitely not for you. And another thing, if you're the type of person, when I go to your Facebook profile and it says relationship status, it says complicated or open relationship, this video is not for you. You know what complicated and open relationship means? Open relationship means you just thought it out of there. Like, anybody can get there. Like, if you got the 40 right now, you probably could. Complicated mean that you're with somebody who's consistently cheating on you, but you're probably not going to leave them, but you don't want to look like a fool, so you just put complicated. So if he is cheating on you, kind of say, well, it's complicated because we not together, but it's not complicated because we is together. But this video is probably not for you. And last but not least, if you're the type of person that everybody tell you have an accent, but you swear to God you don't, this video, you know what? This video might not be for me. Listen, real quick, right? Every time I drop a video on this channel, I get 5, 6 comments like, yo, I love your accent. Like, yo, your accent is so strong. I don't have an accent. Like, I just say words the way that they're spelled. Like, if it's car, it's supposed to be car. Like, not car, or people from the South like car. Like, y'all just forget the whole A or just add an O in there. Or if it's like door or something like that, it's D-O-O-R. You're supposed to say door or car. Like, I'm not saying it funny. I don't have an accent. It's just maybe y'all can't say the words right. I don't know. But anyways, these disclaimers had absolutely nothing to do with this video. But let's get started.
They can't stand the facts. A lot is insane. They can't stand this raps. I'm so buffalo like I'm Bandana Black. I'm from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man. Better get him for you missing that. DJ Bandana.
Hey yo, what's good? It's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Before we go even further on this video, I just want to say rest in peace to King Von. Rest in peace to Mo 3. I believe it's Mo 3. I'm not really too familiar with Mo, but I heard an artist from Dallas did pass away. And also, get well to Boosie. I don't know if you guys know already, but it's being reported that Boosie took a leg shot. It's a long story. We might drop a video on that later, or maybe go live on that later. But yeah, I just want to say that up front. Now, a lot of people over the last week and a half been hitting me up about this whole King Von situation, Quando Rondo, Lil Tim, NBA Youngboy, and all that. And honestly, at the time that this happened, in my own personal life, I lost somebody in my own personal life that just, I didn't even want to deal with that whole topic. And a lot of times on this channel, what I'll do is, like, I don't try to be the first with the news, or I don't try to be the big YouTuber and just put out information without knowing the facts of it, and then you have to double track and say, well, this wasn't true, or this was true, or like that. Sometimes I like to wait to get all of the facts of a situation. Like, I'll tell you guys, right? I'll give you the secret to it. If you are a YouTuber, or if you just wanted to know. A lot of times I'll get a topic or something on the channel and I'll research it, and then I'll look at this topic and say, you know what, how can I report on this like everybody else, but on this channel, I want to give some type of insight or some type of advice, something that I say in this video that can help somebody not go through the same thing. Like, I'm not just one of these big YouTubers just doing it for views and just, here, this is what happened. No type of facts, anything like that. If I can't give you either some type of input, something that can help you, or even sometimes it might just be comedy, some type of laughter to go with it, then it's just something that I'm not going to report on. Now, with this situation, right, everybody just hit me up like, yo, Black, you was just talking about King Von, like, you rock with his music, playing Call of Duty and all that too. Yes, that is true. But looking at this whole situation, I think there's a couple things that we can learn that we honestly probably should have learned back when Jay Prince was saying the whole thing about checking in. This is all going to make sense. I'm going to tie it all together. I was watching an interview the other day. We're going to get to the truth about Quando Rondo situation too, but this kind of ties into it. I was watching an interview with Jay Prince on Drink Champs. I have a newfound respect for Jay Prince. I already respected him. Like, don't come look for me. I wasn't disrespecting you. I just have more respect than I already had for you, Mr. Jay Prince. That's all I'm saying. But I was watching the interview, and he was kind of explaining the whole thing with checking in. Remember 6ix9ine, I ain't checking in, I ain't checking in, I ain't checking this. And I think he broke it down in a way that if you're a real person, if you've really been in the streets, you've really been around stuff, you have to respect it. Basically what he was saying, as far as checking in, when you go to somebody's city, you kind of want to link up with people from that city. We call it link up in New York. Y'all might call it checking in wherever you guys are from. But it's not really it's not like I gotta check in with you, I'm in my city. It's more of a mutual respect thing, and it's for your own protection. A lot of people don't, well, I don't need protection. I'm a real guy. I'm gang, squad. Well, yeah. A lot of times if you don't and you gang, squad, you can either get your top popped off or you sitting in jail for popping somebody else's top. The reason why I brought that up is, in this situation, T.I. put out a PSA saying how don't come to Atlanta with your beefs and all this other stuff like that. But if, and I want to be careful on my words. I don't want to. Let me just say this up front. Rest in peace to to King Von, and prayers and condolences to his family. I don't care how somebody died, what type of person they was. Once you pass away, all beef should be dead. It should be no more hard feelings, no more animosity, anything like that. I love King Von as an artist. Don't know him personally, but as far as his music, as far as Quando Rondo situation, I have to ask you guys like this, right? Before you can really judge the situation, you got to ask yourself: are we living on street terms, or are we living on regular, like, civilian terms? Because technically speaking, like I said, you guys know me by now. I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I'm just giving you the facts, and it's all going to tie in together, or how this can help you in the future, if you happen to be in a situation. From the interviews and everything that I heard about the situation with Quando Rondo and King Von, just from listening to his manager joint, watching the actual footage, reading social media, and just looking at some reports. A lot of times, we do have access to reports before they come out to the public, or whatever. But it's, and I don't want to be Quando Rondo, homie. Technically didn't do anything wrong if we're living by street status. If all of these are street rappers, these are squad, gang rappers, and this is what happened, based on that video, he didn't do anything wrong. Yes, it's sad. Somebody did pass away. Yes, it shouldn't have got to that point. And that's part of the whole checking in thing that I'm going to tell you about. Maybe it didn't have to get to that point if someone would have been there who had authority or power to maybe foresee a situation. I'll put it like that, right? So I'll give you an example. I've been blessed to, as a DJ, to get booked outside of my city. Sometimes it's fire outside of my city. It might be another state. Sometimes it's just an hour away, another city. I get booked out in Niagara Falls all the time. Now, when I go to Niagara Falls, they love me in Niagara Falls, in the trenches. That's like my second home. I be joking all the time how I be saying I am Buffalo, saying I am Niagara Falls. But when I go to Niagara Falls, I check in. I don't have to. I can go to Niagara Falls right now. Me and 5 of my homies go to pretty much anywhere in Niagara Falls. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to show me love. But you know the reason why I do check in, or I call the people I know? Because, keyword, 9 times out of 10, which means at least 1 time out of 10 that it might not go that way. So I might go to Niagara Falls and get into an issue with somebody, and it might escalate, and shots fired or something like that too, but that all could have been avoided if, when I got there, I check in with people. So when I get to Niagara Falls, and I'm not saying check in like, yo, I'm in your city, do I have permission? Like, no, I go to Niagara Falls, I check in with Dirty O or Coach or somebody, like, yo, I'm here. Yo, Black, what's good? Let's go over here and get something to eat. Or you might not want to go to that store this time of night. Not saying that nothing happened, but we just know the city. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of checking in thing. With this situation, and it's really what T.I. was saying as far as like in your city. So if King Von, I understand King Von was with his crew. He was with his peoples. I go with my peoples when I go to the city, and 9 times out of 10, we're probably good. But in this particular situation, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, King Von is in Atlanta, and instead of him going to this club with just his peoples, he, not saying checked in, because I guess the other side may have been from Atlanta, checked in with some people from Atlanta who may have even known those guys, to where they could have said, you know what, both of y'all is outside, come in the back, we gonna have a bottle, we gonna talk. Because you got respect for me, he got respect for me, I got respect for both of y'all, we gonna talk. That's one of the benefits of checking in. Like, maybe you could have checked in, well, probably not T.I., because after what he just said, but maybe somebody else from Atlanta. I don't know how the whole clergy system goes in Atlanta, but it's not a bad thing. And I think Jay Prince made a good point of, it's not a bad thing. That you can go off and do your own thing, that's cool. But if something happens, then that's on you. I move militant, like anywhere I go. I don't care whether I go out to Dunkirk and Jamestown. You know what I'm saying? I still hit Unc, or I hit Frost, or one of those guys, and you know what I'm saying, they pick me up and let me know, like, this is a spot you want to be at, this spot you might not want to be too late, these guys right here we don't really know. Not saying it's an issue, but that's one of the benefits of doing it. And what I was saying with Quando Rondo's homie, say for example, right, say, and I'm just telling you as far as the way things work in my city. Say I'm DJing a club. I walk out of the club, it's me and 3 of my mans. Me and 3 of my mans. Say it's me and 3 of my mans, and you walk up by yourself and you hit me, 9 times out of 10, their reaction is not gonna be a reaction that's gonna be equal to what your action is. So you gotta watch your actions also too. That's why I say I don't think that if we're judging by street rules as far as how you move in the streets, he didn't do anything wrong. His man walked up, got stoled on, it looked like some more people was about to do some physical harm to his man. He had a ratchet on him. What are you going to do? Hey, stop jumping my friend. Hey, stop beating him. Hey, his ribs is broke. Hey, he's no longer alive. No, you see your friend in danger and you did what you were supposed to do according to the street. So I don't think we should champion it because somebody lost their life. So we shouldn't say, oh yeah, free him, free the real. But you can't get on internet and say, well, how is Quando Rondo and them still saying free the homie or still promoting his man? Because his man didn't do anything wrong. That was his man. What he supposed to say? Oh, his man saved his life, and oh no, since you got a case, we ain't rocking with you no more. Like, no, you're not part of the fam. We not rocking with you because you risk two things in that type of situation. Somebody risk their life for you, as far as them going to jail because they just popped somebody, and you don't show that support. They might get in there and start talking and saying some things that might have you locked up. Or on the flip side of it, the rest of those people turn on you because it's like, damn, he only did that to save you. Now you just turned your back on the homie. Like, no, you can't do that according to the street. So this is what I want you to take away from it. One, this is the number one thing I want you to take away from it. Understand that you can't tell somebody how to react. Like, you can't tell somebody what their reaction should be. But what you can control is your actions. So if you slap me and I clap you, your mailman, your pet, your delivery guy, all that too, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to react. But what you could have did was chose how you actually acted in the first place. If you didn't slap me, none of that would have happened. In a lot of cases, not just this situation, if certain actions didn't happen, certain reactions couldn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the truth of the matter. I think that we need to, in this situation, really just look at it on a broad scale. I'm not saying champion that man, not say, oh yeah, he's a champ, he held his man down, because somebody who people had love with is no longer here. So of course you're not gonna be happy. I personally known people who this exact situation who went and did some wild shit, lost their life. Do I absolutely hate the person that they did it to? Yeah, I do. I do hate the person that did it. I'm not gonna say hate is a strong word. When I do hate the person that did it, but do I understand it? Yes. So if I understand it, I can't really too much blame that person for it, because if somebody I knew went and tried to do physical harm to you and you defended yourself and they passed away, of course I'm gonna hate you because that was my man. But it's like, you gotta be realistic. I think that's another thing. We gotta be realistic in these situations. And a lot of these artists move kind of recklessly, especially when you in somebody else's city. You're not a punk for checking in, any of that. If you know some artists from there, yo, what's good? We probably about to, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go out to this club or something like that. And they can tell you like, well, such and such who I know you got an issue with usually be at that club. So let's either not go to that club or let's move in a way to where it's a little bit more safer for everybody. And I think that's what we really need to take away from the situation. Unfortunately, somebody did lose their life. And it's messed up in a situation because more than one person lost their life. And I'll say it's messed up when one person is kind of popular, but more than one person lose their life, because everybody only said rest in peace King Von. Nobody pretty much said anything about anybody else. I haven't even seen a name. And that's no disrespect. I'm just saying it's kind of messed up. Like, no life is more valuable than another life. Like, if more than one person lost their life, then more than one person, family should have prayers and support and different things like that too. I just think that it's a wild situation. We're living in wild times, and like I said, me personally, even as a DJ, like, my city loved me, the whole city loved me, Niagara Falls loved me, Jamestown, Dunkirk loved me. But I don't move like that, because when I say that they love me, even my own city, my own hood, it might be 99%, but all you need is that 1% for you to not be here no more, for you to not be able to go home to your family. So I think we got to start moving a little bit smarter and really looking at the realistic outlook of a situation. He damn near saved his friend's life by, look at how small Quando Rondo is. If King Von himself probably could have beat him to death. So if it's him and a couple of his homies, what are you supposed to do? Like, yes, again, I understand. Like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. That's why I kind of waited a while to really do this video. I don't want to just get on the internet and just because I'm a big YouTuber like that too, just get a bunch of views saying a bunch of wild stuff, disrespecting the dead and people's families, stuff like that. But you gotta, if you're going to report on things, and I'm saying you on my end, when I report on things, I want to give you my input. I want to give you the news, and I want to give you something that you could take away from it. So like I said, you control your own actions. You can't control somebody else's reactions to your action. That's in everything. That's in life, jobs, relationships, everything. You can't tell somebody how to react. Prayers to both sides. And honestly, I don't know either one side. I don't know either side. So I'm not just going to say, oh, well, rest in peace to King Von and just forget the other side because he passed away. No, rest in peace to King Von. Prayers and condolences to his family. Rest in peace and prayers and condolences to the other people who passed away. And to the guy that's jammed up, that's locked up right now, like, I don't know, like, hold your head. I mean, hopefully the best case scenario, he sees the light of day one day. why he's still alive. That's all I can say. But I want you guys to hop in the comments, Bandana fam. Let me know. You know, I forgot to do the intro part too, where I say like, if you first time on the channel, Bandana fam and all that. Well, if this is your first time on my channel, by the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're rocking with the channel, I welcome you to the Bandana fam. Shout out to everybody else that's tied in with DJ Bandana Black, the whole Bandana fam. But I want you guys to hop in the comments and let me know, how do you feel about the situation? Do you feel that Quando homie Lil Tim, or Lul Tim, however you say it, because I got an accent, I might be saying it wrong, even though they spelled it L-U-L instead of L-I-L, even though it's technically spelled L-I-T-T-L-E, so you can't tell me I have an accent for saying it. You know what? Listen, y'all hop in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about the situation. DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, more respected, Mr. Hashtag I Am Buffalo. Remember, life is what you make it, so make it. I'm up.
They can't stand the facts. A lot is insane, they can't stand this raps. I'm so Buffalo like I'm Bandana Black. I'm from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man. Better get him for you missing that.
DJ Bandana.